Hello everyone. I just wanted to go over the answers to the 7.1 to 7.3 quiz so you can know what they were and what you missed and what you need to work on before the test. 7.1, very first question, asked us about a vocab word that you're going to hear a lot over the next few years for mathematics, and it's what's the degree of a polynomial. The degree is the biggest exponent, the largest power in the polynomial expression. So for example, if you had the expression like 5x to the fourth plus 7x cubed minus 8. The biggest power is a power of 4, so that would be a fourth degree polynomial, so that would be the degree. Second question asks what's the degree and the leading coefficient. So you can see the biggest power here is a 2, so that means it can't be one of these first two options because it has to be degree 2. The leading coefficient, well, there are technically two coefficients, the 5 and the 2, the numbers in front of the variables. The last one's a constant term. And the leading coefficient is the coefficient associated with the degree, with the highest power. And so it would be the last option. Then we also learned how to add and subtract and then eventually multiply these polynomials. So adding, you add just like you added in grade school. So 5a squared minus 3 plus 8a squared minus 1. You just add your place values. Negative 3 plus negative 1 is negative 4. 5a squared plus 8a squared is 13a squared. So 13a squared minus 4 would be this one. And sorry about Google Forms, it doesn't have nice math text. So when you see the up arrow, it means exponent for that. So 13a squared minus 4. Second one asked you, what about if you were subtracting? So I've got 7x squared plus 2x minus 3. I'm subtracting 5x squared, and then there's a 0, so 0 x's minus 8. 7 minus 5 is 2x squared. 2 minus 0 is another 2x. Now, negative 3 minus negative 8. Minus a negative makes a plus. This is negative 3, then plus 8, which will make 5. So it should be 5. I think a common mistake is people doing negative 11 and adding those two things together, but it's subtraction. Then we learn how to multiply. Multiply is just double distribution, multiple distribution. First thing we distribute is the x. X times x is x squared. Then the x needs to distribute to the 3, and that makes 3x. Now you need to distribute the 4. 4x. 4 times 3 makes 12, and then combine all your like terms, which are the middle ones. You get x squared plus 7x plus 12. That would be the third option. Oh, wait, no, I made a mistake. Sorry. I wrote the answer right. That should be the first option. X squared plus 7x plus 12. There we go. Another one, just we're going to have a 2 in front of the x that we're distributing. The process is the same. 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times minus 8. 2 times 8 is negative 16x. Then distribute the 5. I get plus 5x. Distribute the 5 to the negative 8. I get minus 40. Now combine your like terms in the middle. 2x squared minus 11x minus 40. That'd be the first option. Special multiplication. To square means to multiply something by itself. So this is x plus 7 times x plus 7. I saw some of you try to take a shortcut and just distribute the power and do x squared plus 49. Don't do that. You're going to see it's not true. When you multiply this out, x times x is x squared. X times 7 is 7x. Then distribute the 7, 7x. 7 times 7 is 49. When you combine the like terms in the middle, you get x squared plus 14x plus 49. So it should have been that one. Make sure we've done 2x squared minus 11x minus 40. Yep, looks good so far. Last one was the very beginning of division. We call it factoring out the greatest common factor. You're dividing out the most amount of numbers and variables that you can. If I look at 4 and 24, what's the biggest number I can divide out? What's the biggest number that goes into 4 and 24? It's a 4. X to the 4th and x cubed, what's the most amount of x's I can divide out? This one has 4, this has 3, so the most I can divide out of both is only 3 because this second one only has 3. Now in parentheses, I need to write what would be left behind, or what do I need to make the original. 4, if I divide out of 4 is a 1. This had 4 x's. I divided 3 of them out, so there's 1 x left behind. It's like subtraction because you're dividing out. Remember, when you divide with exponents, you subtract. If there was a 24 here and I divided a 4 out, I would need a 6 back in here to make a 24. I don't need any more x's because this would distribute through. And so this would be the factored version of it. How can you check? Since this is division, you can always check by multiplying it back through. If you multiply back through, I would get 4x to the 4th plus 24x cubed. That's what tells you that that is the divided version, the factored version. And that is the first one. A lot of first ones, I guess, in this one. So that is it. Hope this helps. Thank you very much.